Welcome to Pennyboy's Stock Alerts, where we trade, educate, and thrive together in a fantastic community of traders at all levels. This video is an overview of the entire Discord. For those that want to take advantage of everything Pennyboys has to offer, there's a simple and automated way to join at pbalerts.com. First, you will need to log into your Discord account or create one at discord.com. When you initially enter the Pennyboys server in Discord, follow the instructions and make sure to head over to the disclaimer channel. After you read the information, click the checkmark to unlock access to the free section. The free section offers some complimentary stock and option alerts, community chat channels, live streams, and more. Now let's take a peek inside the premium member section of Penny Boys. There's quite a bit of categories and channels which can be overwhelming at first, but rest assured, everyone gets acclimated quickly and there's plenty of help from staff and seasoned members. Categories contain channels where you can interact or read important information. The categories are premium stocks with daily swing trades, day trades, and long trade alerts, along with vital information and bot commands. Premium options for daily options alerts and discussions. The Premium Lounge for community chat channels, resources, news, live streams, and more. And then there's a favorite of countless members, Penny Boys University, with great trading education to help you learn, grow, and develop a sound trading plan. It's also a great place for questions and getting acclimated with everything Penny Boys has to offer. The contest category is the place to go for weekly prizes and giveaways. Trading information offers some valuable tidbits for members along with several other categories and channels. Penny Boys Premium is the place to be for excellent trade alerts, great trading education, an amazing community, a large staff that truly cares about helping you, and so much more. If you are interested in joining Penny Boys Premium Alerts and Trading Education, head over to pbalerts.com. We look forward to being part of your trading journey.
Farewell, sweet cookie cats. I'll always remember the time we spent together.
Welcome to the PB Company's Spotlight. Today we have the pleasure of interviewing the folks over from the Better Choice Company, stock ticker BTTR. And joining us today is the CEO, Mr. Scott Lerner, and Executive VP of Strategy, Mr. Rob Sauerman. Scott is a consumer products veteran with over 20 years of experience in the consumer packaged goods industry, having previously worked for PepsiCo, Conagra Foods, and Kimberly-Clark, where he managed iconic brands such as Naked Juice, Quaker Oats, Scott Tissue, and Parquet Margarine. In 2008, Scott left Pepsi to found his own beverage brand, Solixer, which he successfully sold in 2014 prior to becoming the CEO of Colonel Seasons, a private equity-backed snack brand. And also with us today is Mr. Rob Sauerman, who joined Better Choice Company in December of 2019, concurrent with the acquisition of Halo, Spotlight, and currently serves as the Executive Vice President of Strategy for Better Choice. Prior to joining Better Choice, Mr. Sauerman served as an investment professional at Pegasus Capital Advisors. While at Pegasus, he deployed approximately $100 million of growth equity capital across various sectors. Scott and Rob, I want to thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you for inviting us.
So if we could kick things off, Scott, and if you could tell us a little bit about the Better Choice Company for everyone watching here with us today.
Thanks, Eddie. We're excited to talk with you today about the Better Choice Company. It's a unique opportunity in the growing pet food space. It has a long history, over 35 years. The brands have been in the space, Halo being the one with the longest tenure, and TrueDog being the newer entrant. They're unique brands, they have unique positionings, and we're really excited about where we're going to take it moving forward. The exciting thing about the pet space is it's growing rapidly. It is recession-proof and quite frankly, COVID-proof. Everyone and their mother, I think, has gotten a pet during the pandemic, which has ultimately fed our growth and will continue to feed our growth into the future. It's also a very unique space and where you have an extremely emotionally connected consumer. They treat their pets very much like their kids. There's many days that I like my dog Leo probably better than my 14-year-old. And so I take care of them, my dog, as much as I do my kids. So there's a lot of spending power in the space, and it really helps drive revenue on a rapid basis. We're really here to create the most innovative premium pet food company in the world. And we're going to do it through three ways. The first is to utilize our omnichannel approach. We have a unique business in that we sell in every channel that the consumer is looking to buy pet products. That would be brick and mortar, it would be e-commerce, so sites like Amazon and Chewy, as well as a direct-to-consumer platform where our TrueDog brand sits today. And on top of that, we have a growing international business in Asia that is really fueling our growth. That is our second pillar moving forward, is to drive growth internationally. If you look at a market like China, I'd say they're about 10 years behind where the US market is in terms of pet ownership. But with discretionary income growing in China and folks looking to sort of build their family unit, if you will, they're acquiring pets in the same way that was being done in the US 10 years ago. And they're looking for high quality products like Halo to give their animals moving forward. And then I'd say lastly, the unique approach that we take on the direct-to-consumer site is it's a special sort of weapon, I call it, for the business. It allows us to talk to consumers on a one-to-one basis. It allows us to cut out the middleman, so it increases our margins. And it really allows us to have a test and learn environment where we can try new things in a sort of a low risk environment, and then bring that into the other channels. So we're growing this thing at the same rate, if you will, in each channel, and deconflicting each channel to grow very quickly. So we don't have all our eggs in one basket. We have a lot of optionality on the business and levers to pull. So when one channel might have some slower growth, we might ramp up another channel. So it really does help de-risk the business and create an interesting investment opportunity moving forward. We do have the two differentiated brands. Halo is a super premium dog and cat food brand that utilizes a whole meat proposition, not meat meal. Strong in probiotics, very good for digestive health. And then our TrueDog brand is a raw freeze-dried product that is a rapidly growing subsegment of the market. So I call it like the Neiman Marcus of pet food. It's very high priced, but super high quality. It's essentially raw meat is what it is. And so we're really looking to position that against some of the other D2C pet food brands out there like Farmer's Dog and Ollie. So we have a lot of growth opportunity on the business. We have an extremely strong team that we'll talk about in a few minutes. And a lot of folks that have been there, done that, have seen tremendous exits in the pet food space. And we're excited about the opportunity moving forward.
Thank you so much. So, I guess from an overall perspective, it's safe to say that, we understand that the Better Choice Company's mission is to provide a healthy, nutritious offering of foods for our pets and proactive pet care. And if you could elaborate a little bit about some of your leading products you offer and on that mission in general and how that ties in.
I had spoken about our mission being the most innovative premium pet food company in the world, and my position actually coming from outside the pet food space has given us a competitive advantage so that we can really innovate and do things differently. And what I've done is married it up with a ton of knowledge in the space. Our head of retail sales, Donald Young, he was one of the instrumental team members in Nutro going from basically 80 million to 800 million and selling to Mars Pet Care. And then Swander Pace, a private equity firm, brought him into Merrick as the head of sales when they were about $70 million in revenue.
And Merrick is a dog food company, right?
Correct. Merrick is a dog food brand. They have cat as well. Okay. He grew that from 70 to about $450 million in revenue and sold it to Nestle. So 2 huge exits under his belt. We Rob and I joke, he's sort of like the godfather of the pet food industry. Everybody knows him.
Just ask Donald and he knows the answer.
Yeah, everybody knows him. So between him, Ryan Wilson, our VP of marketing, who had come over from Merrick as well, Jenny Condon, who leads our digital sales platform, had spent time at Merrick growing the online business from about nothing to $150 million in 5 years. Our head of supply chain came over from a brand called Solid Gold that had recently transacted with a company out of Hong Kong called H&H. So we have, sort of, as I spoke, folks that have been there, done that. So I take that knowledge and then my expertise in food and beverage, and it's really created a unique opportunity for us in terms of not only what we're doing today, but more importantly, the innovation pipeline that we're building for the future. So as I spoke earlier, Halo is a super premium brand. It utilizes certified animal proteins and the whole meat, not the meal. And what that means is a higher digestibility rate for the animal. So in rough terms, you'll see less poop in your backyard.
And this goes to a question as a pet obsessed owner myself, right? Mm-hmm. And so your mission and your products resonate with me in a big way. And I'm sure for pet owners around the world as well, and through the years, I've realized just from friends, a friend that works over at Chewy, that some of the food we bought for our little dog at home have not been so great. Some of those ingredients aren't so good. So I think, I would love to hear, how your pet foods differ specifically from some of the other food brands, and we don't have to mention those brands, but really what that difference is, because these, at this point, for a lot of my friends and peers and that have pets, they're family members. So we want to they're humans to us at this point. So it is important to us.
Right. So the big delineator with our products, both Halo and True Dog, is the amount of animal protein and the type of animal protein we put into the products. A lot of products on the market will have fillers. They'll have grains, they'll have legumes, they'll have sort of cheaper ingredients, if you will. And so we don't skimp on that. So when you think about the Halo food, it's essentially a piece of meat that is, created into a slurry and then put into a kibble format. It's not a powder like some other brands might use. Our True Dog product is literally meat that is raw and freeze-dried. It's, think of a piece of beef just being dehydrated, if you will. So there's no fillers in that product. So it's extremely high quality. And I'd say on the Halo brand, because we have various certifications, we utilize non-GMO vegetables and fruits. It is just an extremely high quality product. And, obviously you're going to pay for that in the market because we need to maintain our margins as well. But that's the big difference. And moving forward for our innovation pipeline, we've kind of identified exactly what you've identified, Eddie, in that a lot of pet parents have no clue, what to feed their pets, why to feed them, this, that, the other. Heck, I'm the CEO of this company, and it's taken me 4 months to figure out, what I should be feeding my dog. Obviously, I feed him Halo and True Dog, but it's just sort of big black box out there that we think we can bring a lot of clarity to, and that's what you'll see from the company moving forward, especially into 2022. When we relaunch our brand into the pet specialty channel, which would include stores like Petco and Pet Supplies Plus and your local neighborhood pet stores.
Well, that leads into my next question is what I want to know is where can we purchase your products now?
Sure.
And then the second part to that question is, are there plans for expanded distribution in the future?
Absolutely. The bulk of the business right now is sold on the platforms like Amazon and Chewy. The Halo brand is readily available on both those storefronts, if you will. We do have distribution in the pet specialty channel in some Petco stores, in some independent pet stores. We do have some distribution in retailers like Target and Meijer, but really our focus moving forward beyond the D2C business with True Dog is to reestablish ourselves in the pet specialty channel. If you look at any successful pet brand that's really grown rapidly, it's been driven off of recommendation, right? Eddie going into his local Petco and saying, hey, I have a Boston Terrier, 30 pounds, what should I feed him? Then that store associate tells you, oh, okay, go buy Halo or True Dog or whatever the case may be. So, we're not foolish enough to think we can buck the trend and avoid that channel to really get this thing going. So it's going to be a huge priority for us moving into 2022. So we're actually building a new execution to launch, call it in January of 2022, back into that pet specialty channel. So you'll be able to find Halo products in your neighborhood pet store, in your Petcos, in your Pet Supplies Plus, and as well as on Amazon and Chewy. And then on top of that, I kind of call it the cherry, right? It's the D2C business. It's our ability to service a millennial, Gen Z consumer who is used to shopping online, direct to consumer, with a unique proposition that not only creates great value for them, but great margin for us. And that is going to be something that you'll see blown out in a big way over the next 12 to 18 months. Rob knows I'm an impatient guy, but I can't make everything happen in 4 months. So give me 12 months. We'll come back and have another conversation, and then you can see if I'm telling the truth or not. But is there
any plans to add more products to your existing brands or create additional brands?
Absolutely. Rob will tell you, when I came in, I would say the biggest opportunity was our innovation pipeline. We really had a limited offering of what was going to be launched moving forward. Where now we kind of joke, we have a list, 20, 30 deep of projects that we're working on, both in the short term and the long term. So you're going to see some very unique product lines coming out. We're going to be revamping the brand. We're actually consolidating the business under the Halo brand. Okay. And so fashioning it as Halo and then 3 sub-brands that will live in these different channels. So True Dog will still be True Dog, but live under Halo. And so you're going to see a new brand, a new exciting brand, as well as really amazing products going forward. And we've gotten a lot of excitement out of our retail partners already. So we're sort of busting at the seams from an innovation perspective. So it's going to happen.
So there's some innovation going there, and you seem to have a superstar team over at Better Choice Company, and so there are ways to really break out in these days like never before. And I know with a lot of my peers and entrepreneurs and executives at other companies, the big hot topic is it's like, who's your head of digital marketing, right? And so like, while I looked up your team and you really have a superstar lineup, what is what can you tell us about your team's plan to make pet owners like myself more aware of your products around the globe?
Right. So the unique opportunity in pet is that once you get a consumer to buy, call it 3 bags in 3 months, the loyalty rate is north of 80%. So the challenge is getting them when they're switching, right? Like, if you're happy with a pet food, you're probably not going to switch. You have a dog, I have a dog. It's a challenge. So we need to get them where and when they want to switch. And that's why it's super important to be back in the pet specialty channel, so that we can educate those store associates, so that when you come in and you need a different choice, you're going to know that, okay, I want to go buy that Halo product. So we're going to do a lot of grassroots marketing execution in store. And on top of that, layer the digital approach. And we already have a strong database of consumers through the True Dog platform. And the opportunity is for us to start selling Halo products as well, and really expand our consumer base and expand our average order volume, and really create a stronger lifetime value consumer. So it's, I'm a linear guy, right? Like I believe you got to fix the foundation of a house before you fix the roof, right? So we're really taking this lockstep. So it's building the brand, it's building innovation pipeline, and then going to execute. And so, we have the team. We're going to bring on new team members as well that have been there, done that. And really, our idea is we want to service the millennial consumer when and where they want to buy products, right? Like, that consumer is totally different than, I'm a little bit older, right? Like, maybe I'm used to going into the store and that's what I'm comfortable with.
Right.
The millennial consumer, one day they want to shop online, one day they want to be in store, one day they want to be on an app, one day they want to be on a website. We're going to be in all those places. And that's how we're going to create awareness for the brand.
It's a generation of accessibility and convenience, and you want it now, or and you can get it now.
Rob heard the word millennial and he wants to jump in.
And I'm going to turn things.
I see we're calling my name over here. So,
I'm going to turn things over to Rob. He's kind of he's chomping at the bit. He's a smart guy. So I'm going to turn things over to you. You recently announced some pretty exciting developments in Asia, and have talked about your growth opportunities there. Can you expand on that, Rob?
Yeah, so we've had, I think incredible success in Asia for, a brand of our size. We're really, I don't want to say punching above our weight, but we're kind of recognized in Asia, like, a lot of the big brands here are in the United States. So, we started our Asian launch back in 2018, which is a little ahead of the curve from a lot of brands trying to get into the space. We've made some massive inroads in China in particular. So last year we almost doubled our business. We hit about $9 million in sales in Asia generally. And then recently we actually signed up some distribution partnerships that'll give us about $25 million in aggregate sales over the next 2 years. So what's, I think, fascinating though is beyond just talking about numbers, right, is the fact that we've got a consumer that's exactly like the one that Scott's outlined in the United States. They just happen to live in, Shanghai, for example. So we're going after that, like, millennial, very educated, urban dweller. About 80% of our customers are purchasing online over in China. And here's a crazy stat, about 50% of them were born after 1990. So really? Super high LTV customer.
Fantastic. So as an investor, your company trades publicly under the stock ticker BTTR. What would you say is the single most compelling reason for investors like myself to consider BTTR in our portfolios?
So, first and foremost, it's the category. It's the growth rate of the category. It's we talked about recession-proof, COVID-proof. It's only going to grow, and it's only going to be a stronger category in the future. And I'd say second, the scarcity of public offerings within the pet space is a unique opportunity for an investor to get in on better choice at, I'd say, a discount to someone like a Freshpet that trades north of 10 times their revenue. We're roughly, call it 2 times. So there's a huge gap there in terms of the opportunity. And we know we're going to grow, and we know we're going to put points up on the board. So I think the time is great now to get in early as we start to grow and create more availability for the stock as well. So I think it's a great category. We have a great team. We're going to have great brands, and the opportunity from an equity standpoint, from a stock price perspective right now, it's extremely attractive. And I'd end with, Eddie, that our management team has skin in the game as well. We're here to win. We have our own capital deployed against the business, which is unique in some instances. We have a lot of money right now is tied up in our management. So we're going to really produce something special here, and I think investors should get on board because this is going to be an exciting ride.
Well, I want to thank you both, Scott and Rob, for being here today representing the Better Choice Company. I think it's a fantastic company with a fantastic mission. It seems like you have great products. I will definitely be checking out your products and probably becoming a customer this week for sure. To try some things out with our pets, and very interested in investing in your company. So I want to thank you both for being here, and wish you guys nothing but the best of luck. Keep grinding, keep rocking, and everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the PB Company Spotlight today. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.